Hello students, welcome to CR Digital Classes. In the present video, we are going to discuss about network security protocols. What exactly is this network security? So especially when we talk about the online content or information, there should be high level security. Otherwise, the complete information will be disclosing to all the people. They may be using it in the wrong way. They may be using it in a other negative way. So that it is very important that security should be in high level. So the different security protocols includes FTP, that is file transfer protocol. FTP is file transfer protocol. It is a standard protocol used to exchange files over internet. FTP runs on port 21, that is client establishes a TCP, that is transmission control protocol connection on port 21 of the server machine. So on server machine, port 21 will be established, which is called as transmission control protocol, that is 21. Then it has been developed for the client or server architecture, wherein FTP server allows people located at remote locations over the internet to log in and download the required files located on the FTP. So it is made in such a way that FTP server allows the people, especially who are located in the remote locations, remote areas, so that they can take the benefit of this and download the files whatever they require. Then what are the objectives of FTP? So the main objectives of FTP are to transfer data in a reliable and efficient manner. So to pass the information or transfer the data in a reliable and efficient manner. To allow sharing of files and other computer resources. So one more objective, next objective is, main objective is to share the files and resources of the computers. Then to permit implicit or indirect usage of remote computers. Also to permit to use the remote computers. And to protect the users from variations in file storage systems. Other objective is to protect the users from different variations in file storage systems. So these are the objectives of FTP. Now FTP operates in two modes, active and passive modes. Then in active mode, the client sends IP address along with the port number on which the client listens to the server machine, which then establishes TCP connection. So FTP operates in two modes. One is active mode, other one is passive mode. In active mode, IP address will be sent with the port number. And in passive mode, the client can't accept the incoming TCP connection behind the firewall. So in passive mode, the client cannot accept the TCP, incoming TCP connection, as it is behind the firewall. Then the drawback of FTP is not a secure protocol. It is a susceptible of spook attacks, brute force attacks, and packet sniffing. That is, here most of the chances of stealing the data or hacking the data, trying to make the trial and error passwords. If the password is matching, they try to steal the data. Passwords hacking and trying to steal the data packets. So all these comes under these are the drawbacks of FTP. Then HTTP. So HTTP is hypertext transfer protocol. It is a stateless protocol that is used for delivering the web pages over the internet and defines how clients and server communicate. So this is a hypertext transfer protocol. It is a stateless protocol which is used for delivering the web pages, and it will be defining about the clients through internet and communicating the server. It provides structures of communication and stages under HTTP are. HTTP consists of the following stages. They are: first is connection. So under connection, the client establishes connection. You can see in the diagram. So client establishes connection. with HTTP, that is with the web server. Then it will request, it will make the request. The client sends a request message to the web server, request message to the web server. Then response, the next stage. The web server sends a response, example, an HTML document to the client. Next is stage is close. The connection is closed by the web server. So these are the stages. Then HTTP request will be in this way. Like what they will request, they will try to mention about the method URL version. So get this HTTP. Then they will talk about the header lines, then connection, then user agent, then accepting. So this is how the format will be as shown in the figure. Then the first line HTTP request message is called the request line. You can say this is the request line. Then subsequently lines are called header lines until the blank line. You can see here header lines and blank line. Then the method field also called request type indicates the action to be performed. So using these things, action should be performed. Get, post, you can see here they have written, you can see get, post. So these are the words they use. Get, first one. Then they will try to give the URL field, which page it is to be accessed. Then HTTP version, as earlier you can see here, get first, then where it is available, then HTTP version, then URL and HTTP. The majority of HTTP request messages will be get method. So it will be under the get method, and URL is requested in a web browser and get method is used. A get request does not have a body, it is empty. When HTML form is sent, either get or post can be used. So when get request parameters are encoded in URL with a post request, they are transmitted in the body. So HTML editors and upload tools use put request to upload resources to the web server and delete the request to the delete resources. So these are the codes they will use for executing the application. So you can see get retrieves the resource, then post transfers the data to the specified resource, then head, that is similar to get, it is similar to get but forces the server to return only HTTP header. Then puts means upload the resource to the server. Delete means it will delete the resource from the server. Options means request the server configuration options. So some of the header fields name are host, connection, user agent, accept charset, and accept the encoding, accept the line. These are the words which are used. Then in the above example, the header line that we have already seen, host www.cr.com specifies the host on which the object is resides. By including this connection, close header line, and browser is telling the server that it should close the connection after sending the requested resource. Then the user agent headline specifies the browser type that is making the request to the server. Then finally, the accept language header indicates the user preferred language. The header is separated from the body by a black line. So here once again I try to show that. You can see the example where it is shown HTML, status line, header line and body. Then first line HTML response is called status line. Then blank line does not store anything. Then it is empty. Subsequent lines till the blank line are called header lines. The entity body contains the requested object itself. Then the three fields are protocol version field HTTP. Then status code, that is 3-digit integer. Example is given. Then the phrase is intended to give a short textual description of the status. So it can be for like okay. Then the first digit of the status code defines the class of response. Two digit do not have any categorization role. 5 values for the first digit. So in this way it will be like you can see here. First one 1xx, that is gives the information. Example, request received, continued process. 2xs gives success message. Action was successfully received, understood and accepted. 3, that is indicates the redirection, and 4 indicates client error, and 5 indicates server error. So these are the digits which are used. Then the server uses the connection close header line to tell that the client is that is going to close the TCP connection. Then the date header lines indicates the time and date when the HTTP response was created and sent, and server header indicates that the message was generated by the server. Then the last modified header line indicates the time and date when the resource was created and lost modified. So the content length header line indicates the number of bytes in the object being sent. So the content type header indicates the object in the entity body is HTML text. Then SMTP, here this is a simple ASCII protocol, that is simple mail transmission protocol. This is after establishing the transmission control protocol connection to port 25, the sending machine operating as the client. So here the sending machine will be operating as the client and waits for the receiving machine. So operating as the server to respond. The server starts by sending a line of text giving its identity and telling whether or not prepared to receive the mail. So here it will give the indication whether the mails whatever are getting can be received or not, prepared to receive or not. If it is not, the client releases the connection and try it. They will be giving and saying it as try later, try again later. If the server is willing to accept, then the client announces from the whom the mail is coming and to whom it is going. This information will be given. If such a recipient exists at the destination, the server gives the client, that is this message will be given. Then the client sends the message and the server acknowledges it. Checksums are generally not needed because TCP, that is Transmission Control Protocol, provides a reliable byte system. So this is how the SMTP works. Like it will try to get prepared whether the mails can be received or not. If it is yes, then it will be giving the information related from whom it is getting the mail and to whom it is received. And if it is not, if we try to give the message as try later. Otherwise, if it is continued, go ahead message will be given. So this TCP provides a reliable byte system. And all mails have exchange in the both direction. Connection is released. The exchange of mail is TCP using TCP or IP is performed by message transfer agent. So this who will be acting as in between to exchange the mail. Users normally do not deal with MTA. The system administrator is responsible to set up local MTA. So for everywhere it may not be there, they may not be using. Specifically they will try to use this MTA. Then SMTP protocols describes how two MTAs communicate with each other using single TCP connection. Then SMTP standard is one of the most widely used upper layer protocols in the internet protocol stack. So as its name implies, it is a protocol that defines how to transmit messages between two users. So SMTP will be acting in between two MTAs to communicate with each other with a single TCP connection. Then SMTP uses the concept of spooling. The idea of spooling is to allow mail to be sent from a local application to SMTP. application which stores the mail in some device or memory. Once the mail has arrived at spool, it is been queued. This is about the SMTP. Then a server checks to see if any messages are available, then attempts it. As they are in the queue, they will try to check any messages are in queue and try to deliver that. If the user is not available for delivery, the server may say try later. Then eventually, if the mail cannot be delivered, it will be discarded or perhaps returned to the sender. It will try to send back. Many times we also see that mails will be getting back when it is not matching. Mail ID sometimes it will not match, so the mails will be getting back, or maybe the other person's mailbox may be full, or it may be protected so that it will not allow until unless the person don't have access, the mails will not be received. So this is known as end-to-end delivery system, because the server is attempting to contact the destination to deliver, and it will keep the mail in the spool for the queue. That is after a period of time until it has been delivered. So this is how it works. Next is NNTP. So this NNTP is Network News Transfer Protocol. Here all the news related will be gathered and try to distribute through TCP. So it is an application protocol that uses reliable stream like TCP for distributing. Not only distributing, retrieving and posting the news articles on the web. So the main idea behind designing this protocol is to store news articles on a single server host and allows the subscribers residing on the network of the other host to read it by establishing reliable connection. So this will help to gather all news related articles in the web. So it uses interactive mechanism in order to make decision regarding the transmission. So the exchange mechanism is like a host that requires sends updated news, communicates with its neighbor with the hello NTTP, hello of NNTP. So the client host uses newsnest command and inquires about the news articles that have been arrived in the new group. So this is how it will be showing what are the news articles that arrived in the new group. Then the server then sends list of news articles. Then the client host requests transmission of those articles from the server. Then server checks for the duplicate articles and sends only articles that are required to the client. It will try to filter there and sends to the client. And since NNTP uses TCP as its communication channel, it is considered as secured delivery system. Moreover, this protocol uses TCP port 119 in order to connect news servers with the client. So the advantage of TCP port 119 is whenever a news article gets created, it will immediately transmit it to the news channel and updated. So this is the very important and essential feature of this. The process of updation continues until all clients attached to the network gets updated news. So a client can obtain updated news message using these two methods. Then it is push method and pull method. It is an active method that allows the server to send a new message to all the clients present on the network, and pull method is a passive method that enables the server to send only those messages that are specified by the client. So pull method only picking, that is selecting the as per the client preference specified by the client, but in push method all allows a server to send a news message to all the clients present on the network. So in this topic, the questions can be expected like state the security protocols and discuss, explain security protocols. So mostly essay type of question will be asked here, or he may be asking SMTP in short or NNTP in short. So hope this video is helpful in understanding about the security protocols. Thank you.